Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of our 4th Age Total War Rohan No Deaths run, where the goal is to complete our victory objectives without allowing any other factions to become eliminated. And we have a little bit of an unusual Sally battle here today to kick things off. We have besieged this fort of North Rune, and Alwar the Hunter is coming out after us. So we're right to the east of Garth and east of Belgant. We get all kinds of trouble going on around here. But I thought what we could do is take care of this army. And a Sally battle from a fort is a pretty easy way to take care of it, I think. So you can see the fort here. They've got a, some walls with some towers. I guess we better take these guys off the rams first. But everyone is essentially ready to go. We do not have a whole lot of... Well, we don't have any infantry. We've got all skirmishers basically on foot. And on horse, it is almost entirely skirmishers as well. We've got some of these lancers, which I guess we can group together here. Put them off out of the way like so, and we've got, of course, our bodyguard. Everyone else will just be backing away slowly from the oncoming enemy. Alright, so here come the axemen. They've got a few units of these. Not too much that's terribly threatening here, but we're just going to gun them down from a little ways off. They do have a family member, and he is, I guess, still inside. All these other cavalry units are the Eastland Raiders or the Mountain Raiders. Very light, essentially warband on horses. But, in numbers they can be threatening. But I don't think here they'll be doing too much to us. We've got our melee cav ready to go. They're going to be under fire. And, these units are very replaceable. Looks like we totally got the charge off there. So I don't think we've lost anybody yet. Now, we're going to get into a little bit of trouble with the other units, especially if they commit to this charge. But it doesn't look like they are. They're going to pull back, allow us to get a little more missile kills in the way. But you can see all their cavalry is bunching up. Okay, they're a little hesitant to commit for whatever reason. So I think we've got to bring our bodyguard in because we've got one unit headed over here towards the slingers. Looks like they want to stay out of the fight too for some reason there, but we've got the Chieftain's Guard pretty much by himself at this point. So we've handily beaten the enemy cav. This unit is going to be a little, well, even more hesitant to get into melee because it is, of course, a ranged, capable unit with some javelins. And in the fort, it looks like they've got a unit of slingers. So they may want to hold off with those. Like a settlement battle, like a typical sally for a settlement, they're going to do a lot of going back and forth. Alright, well, here comes the general. Maybe we can expedite things a little bit here. Look how much damage we just did with that cast. I think it was a bunch of javelins. Alright, we're going to capture them here. Alright, he's going to be gone very soon. And we'll just want to back off from these melee units. Just a little bit. We'll bring the horse archers up. We can have them deal with the slingers and the routers, but I think a lot of these guys are going to rout. We want to get a big mass rout going so that we don't have to stick around here for too long. Right, let's deal with the axemen. That should be just about it, I would say. Alright, so they came back, but... yeah, everyone else is on the run. We've got those slingers pushed back just a little bit so they don't feel like shooting at us anymore. Alright, there we go. Just get them to rout and that should be the end. Perfect. So, clear victory there. Now, this does not eliminate all of the forces of North Rune in the area, unfortunately. They've got Garth under siege, but there's only a tiny force doing that. So we can come back, swat that army away. Should be no problem. There is another force, however, of North Rune just off to the north there. You can barely see it. It looks pretty full, so we may have a bit of our work cut out for us here. As usual here, we're just going to back away. We'll get that high pass stronghold eventually. Now, the other thing here is we've got a couple of enemies. I don't believe they're allied with each other. No. So they theoretically should not support each other in battle. They're a little, I think they're more than a tile away anyway, so they probably would not. But now we have this fort. Now, what I'm wondering is what this army's going to do. I don't think the AI necessarily cares about keeping possession of its forts. It may just ignore that. But if we put a unit here and we try to just hold on to it, what that might do is eventually the AI would send something to try to take it back, probably from here, and that would allow us to defeat an army in the field and then maybe put this under siege and bottle them up in Foreign Hood potentially. So let's leave just that one single unit of Lancers there, the smallest unit possible. We'll break the siege, and then we'll see what we have in here that we might want to add. I don't think there's a whole lot. Can't train anything here. Let's see what we can build. I think we were very, we were very lax with building. We did get up to the Outland Dominion, so we could go for control posts. That's just going to give us these guys, though, so I'm not terribly excited about it. I guess it would be fine to have something for garrison duty. But, you know, on the one hand, the crisis to Garth, you know, is over for the moment. I know I should be more vigilant about taking on those units of Axemen, but I'm not going to bother with it. We need to bring these guys down and deal with Dorwinian. And this is going to be, you know, again, the stack looks big, but look at these guys. They're all just fur-clad barbarians, essentially. We could probably hold them off in the settlement, actually. We've got a ton of governors who just keep coming of age here. So maybe I don't need to worry about that as much as I thought I did. We'll see. It might be good to go back and do some more damage to Dorwinian to keep them from getting uppity like this. Now, down in the south, we've had a pretty good run of an alliance with Far Harad. However, I'm a little concerned that they are going to put Harad out of its misery. We're, of course, still at war with Harad, but this kind of run, we're going to be at war with everybody. And one of the objectives is to keep all the factions alive, of course. And so if we allow Harad to be eliminated, they could very well lose this settlement. Harandor is, you know, closing in. Harandor is a massive faction. And so what I'm going to want to do is try to keep Harad alive. So let's bring our scout back over here and see. Far Harad, what have you got going on? Okay. This is a noble, so they wouldn't be eliminated if they just lost this, but it just sets a very bad precedent. They get over here, and then they can quickly get around over here. Now, what I don't want to necessarily do is take territory from Far Harad. They don't have a ton of it. They don't have this anymore. They've got this settlement, and they've got, I think, just two more. They've got Karasnan and this one. So, basically, I need to be extremely careful about dealing with this. Let's see. Do they have rams? They do. So they could assault. If they assault, I'd say they're likely to win because, you know, there's a couple of decent-ish units here, but they're just outnumbered. And these guys are just really good. On autocalc, I think it will be pretty clear. So do we have to go to war with Far Harad right now? Yeah. Well, that's a shame. So we'll go ahead and we'll fight them. Maybe we'll end up taking Karasnan. I don't know. I think we could afford to do that. One thing I want to do is just double check the wars that Far Harad has going on. I don't think they're at war with Harandor. They're at war with Khand and Harad for sure. But if I take Karasnan, that kind of separates them from each other. Okay, we've got our archer general here. I think I'm just going to go with this formation, honestly. It's pretty straightforward. But we want to get some height. And we'll just move around. But yeah, we can afford maybe to take one of their settlements. Now, I don't really want to kill these family members. What I would love is for the family members to just run away, just rout. On the other hand, if they do that, they're probably going to go back to Karasnan itself. So if I want to take that city, I'm going to be looking at eliminating some of their royal family. Okay, they're withdrawing. Great. So I think what's going to happen then, they're going to go back to the city. I need to check where their faction leader is. I don't think it's in Karasnan or in this stack. So that tells me they've got some other royalty elsewhere. And that could give me just enough room to take the settlement from them. But we'll have to see. Okay, that would be a great opportunity to take advantage of. The army has retreated outside Karasnan. Okay, the general there is the heir. And I don't know who's inside the city. We'll get a scout up there. We've got one here, but I want to keep him in the city just in case. We could, theoretically, put Karasnan under siege right now. I think that would be a horrible idea because this army, well, this army's not very strong, and I think we'd get destroyed. This army could do it, but we're stuck right now, so we'll just go on. I mean, I guess I could try to take Umbar again. Maybe that's an option. I'm right here. This wouldn't destroy the faction. How many settlements do I need to win? Okay, we're 8. You know, we're close. How about I give it a shot? We'll go ahead and put this under siege. And then we'll see about taking it. And if that's looking like it's going to be more hassle than it's worth, or if there's an opportunity up here, next turn I can. But I may as well, since I'm stuck here anyway, by the city's zone of control, may as well just put it under siege. So, up in the Brownlands, we had done fairly well in clearing out the Bjornings. We've got the settlement of Mid-Deeping now, but the population is incredibly tiny. Fortunately, there seems to be no Bjorning resistance. We do have Rovanian, although they are neutral to us, and we've still got our allies of the Reunited Kingdom, and hopefully they stay our allies throughout this entire thing. We need to get some men back for retraining. Bring them all the way back to Edoras just so we can get all of those trained in one go. And then we've got another family member that I was bringing up in the area for some reason. But ultimately what we want to do is drive north here through the Anduin Vale. So the question is Rovanian going to be nice or not? Well, we've got men in the area that we can keep around just as insurance, and I think I want to do that. We've got an army here that's decent that we can head north. And I think that's what we're going to do with these guys. We'll match them up with these forces. Fairfield can take care of itself. We've got, in this way, we've got 3 more units. Okay, and we'll get some mercenaries along the way. Now, up here, we will always have to watch out for the Bjorning's ambush. Oh, we can't quite get there. That's very unfortunate. But we could bottle them up. That'd be very nice to do. And ultimately, we're going to push for Langwyke next. Now, in terms of Dunland, we've got them under siege, 8 seasons, so we'll just let them stew there for a while. I don't think that we're going to be getting to protectorate status just because our income is so low. And our treasury's fine for building and things and training, but it's not fine for getting protectorates. So the economy is not the best at the moment. But we've got men stationed here. I'm going to leave them just as is. No need to pick up any mercs, but we could go, we could go ahead and put Vornhallen under siege. Let's just do that. Again, I'm not confident that that we're going to be able to hold it because we saw very bad public order problems with it relatively recently. But in 4 seasons, this will be done, so that's going to help everything. And let's go ahead and put High Pass Stronghold under siege yet again. And then over here, yeah, I think the name of the game is going to be drive these guys away and just see what Northrune does. We can play defense in that arena. Okay, so for Arendal, we've got our army just positioned outside with the goal of waiting for it to rebel and then immediately putting it under siege. Okay, here comes Rovanian. Okay. All right. I guess we'll fight a bunch of rebels then. The bodyguard here is a unit of Captain's Guard. And they've got a bunch of other stuff that's not that great. We've got the cavalry definitely to beat them. But, you know, I'm not sure that I want to do it. I don't want to get the city right now. Oh, come on. All right, let's auto-calc. We're going to get a victory. We're going to get the city. Although... Yeah, okay, we'll get it without a siege. Yeah. This is not a place we're going to be able to hold. Although, 55... That's awful close. We could get it to 65 by taking the governor out. Oh, the faction leader. Okay, so the faction leader is causing the problem. And Ways of the West are causing a bit of unrest also. I think that's going to go away, though, given all the conversion strength going towards Ways of Darkness. But let's see what we've done. We are now at war with Rovanian. Reunited Kingdom has joined us in that war. And so that could be good. They do share a border down by Daggerlad. The Reunited Kingdom has also joined us in our war with Farharad. And otherwise, okay, Reunited Kingdom and Harondor have broken their alliance. Okay, so pretty straightforward stuff. We've got a new... It's not really even a new front. It's just that we've got a front in the Brownlands and in Rovanian in general that we still need to take care of. This does, on the other hand, give us a third opportunity, or a third option, or whatever, for expansion, right? Because we could go north. We could go right up here into the Anduin Vale, or we could go into a place that is much more friendly for cavalry, right? We could take some settlements here, especially Rovanos. This is a chief city. Now, it's the capital, and it's stuffed with units. And let's see what they're training. Okay, they've got some March Wardens. These are a good unit. It looks like they've got a very good mix, actually. All right, so this is why we're getting training going, because we've got a lot of stuff yet to do. So we'll bring these guys down. I want to keep training. Rittermark Spears, just one turn. Actually, let's go with the Riders of the Mark. That's more comparable to the March Wardens that we're going to be facing pretty soon. Let's get some Horse Archers in. Let's get some Lancers. And yeah, we'll just do a full queue of pretty much everything that we can. Get some Rohan Riders here. Lancers, Rohan Riders. And only one season for Homeland Dominion out of Fairfeld, so I'm feeling very, very good about that. With regard to the Bjornings, let's see. We could clear out this army. I'm thinking, though, what we could do is basically go to Langwyck with it. Let's take the fort. They've given us this fort. And we can just leave here. Right, so let's get our men out. And there's no mercenaries, which is very unfortunate. But I think we can... No, we can't quite sneak over there. Okay, so that's too bad. I don't know what they're going to do about that fort, if anything. I guess what we could do is send a scout in. That'll allow us to keep it. So if they want it back, they need to actually send military units in there. I'm going to bring these guys up. This seems like a very risky move.
Captain.
Let's get him into an ambush position.
Move out.
That's not an ambush position.
Forward.
Okay, I don't think that is either. So we may just get attacked. On the other hand, I think what they'll have to do if they want the movement points to get to us is probably deal with this. I don't know exactly how that's going to work out, but we'll wait for that moment for when it comes. So let's get these guys over here. No more mercenaries available still, but we can bring these forces together.
Sir. Yes, Captain. Sir.
And we can probably mix some of these. Yeah. So here we go. Now we've got a full stack, quote unquote. It's not, you know, perfectly full or anything, but we've got some more units to bring over to augment it, and we're adding to it. So, okay, that's the plan. In the south, yeah, it looks like okay, Farharad hasn't moved at all. So, what we could do This place is still not under siege, which is very good news. We could go ahead and we could assault Umbar. Or we could attack outside the city. Except if I assault, I've got like very bad units for assaulting. Alright, so now is when I want to see what's in here.
At your service. Secrecy is a shield.
Okay, interesting. So they've got another family member there. That's the ruler, that's the noble, that's an heir. This is okay. So this is actually this is not good. I could go and try to take the settlement right now by attacking this army, but all of the family members would join, and there's a potential that I could wipe out the faction there. It's low, but there is that potential. So I'm going to go ahead and just queue up a bunch of everything else. We'll give this a moment. Maybe Harad will attack me and we'll get a field battle out of it. But I think we're just going to wait. Oh, right. We were queuing up an attack to get rid of the army besieging Belagant. All right, and they're just going to back off. Very interesting.
Victory!
So, now the next thing will be to head back north to rescue Garth yet again, but we needed to do this because Belagant has a bunch of units that are going to be more useful to us. Okay, check this out. Rovanian is really interesting because they seem like just a bad faction, right? You look at their unit roster and it's very shallow. Like there's only 3 tiers of it. And at the top tier you get a unit like this, which is essentially just medium cav. But you put 4 of them in an army with some other light cav, with some archers, with some skirmishers, with some axemen and stuff, and a family member, and you get a pretty intimidating force. Rovanian nobles are also a very reasonable unit. So I'm not feeling great about this. My army is not looking very up to the task in terms of numbers or in terms of quality. We do have reinforcements in the area. It's very easy for us to assemble another full stack. So it's certainly not the end of the world if we lose this battle. But let's see what we can do. We've got 2 family members, and that does count for a lot. Rovanian's bodyguard unit are a lot like runes in a way. They have javelins. On the other hand, they have lances for a charge. So, you know, they are a quite good unit. Let's see, these are the only ranged riders I have. No horse archers in this battle. We do have some foot archers, and that'll be useful against, you know, what Rovanian is going to bring. But this should be, you know, in some ways a straightforward fight. They're going to be coming pretty much from straight there. So let's get the archers like, I don't know, like 4 deep, just so that theoretically they can back off. And in terms of the infantry line, it's just this. So that's not the best. Let's hide them down here. And the same thing with the skirmishers. So they are now hidden. Okay, I've got lancers, I've got some spear throwers, and I've got my bodyguard cav, and then I've got a bunch of archers, and so we just need to be flexible here. Oh, geez. Okay, that was very fast. Alright, they're doing a very good thing. Very good, very smart move for the AI. Although now they just threw it all away by completely pausing. Halting that charge. So we're going to run over and try to deal with these guys with our bodyguards. And let's just get a good charge in. They completely gave up their momentum. We're going to destroy those units. These ones, I'm a little concerned. Here come the Rovanian scouts. They can be a very deadly unit in the charge. We're going to take some losses here for sure, and they get another unit coming in. And they get all of their infantry still to come. So let's get that cavalry out of there. Oh, too late. All right, how are we doing? Just holding on. All right, let's bring in the axemen, bring in the archers, bring in everybody. Yeah, okay. I think this is the end. Look at that. Down to 4 and 6 men, respectively. And what do they have here? Okay, great. We can get out. Get our cavalry out of here. If we hold on to the generals and bring the cavalry back, then we may just have a shot at it. We got to get them ready for a charge, though. Okay, great. So we've done that. Now, all right. Bowman of Rohan. Back to skirmish for you guys. What is that? Ravanian hunters? Sure. Let's charge them all straight in. But we're running out of room to maneuver. Ravanian axemen right there. Let's charge them. Oh, here comes some more cav. Alright, so turn around with our cav. We do not have time to do nice, clean charges. And they've got their family members still holding back, which is very, very good. Axemen losing slightly, that's not enough. Woodman spears coming in. Oh, gosh. And we're getting javelined. Alright, let's get out. There goes one. Yeah. Okay, so do I want to try to salvage this this army by just withdrawing everybody? Let's hit the March Wardens. You know, or do I want to just do a bunch of damage? Do as much damage as I can before it's the end. I think we can kill these March Wardens. We should be able to. Okay, they're gone. Let's get over here. We do have, no we don't. The general units are all just completely routing. Let's hit the axemen though. Just throw everybody in. Now there's the general. Again, a very good unit. We got these guys instantly routed, so that's very encouraging. The spear levies are going to be a problem though. We can't deal with them, and they're not committing their general, and even if they did, I think he would probably beat us. So, well, he's coming in now. Maybe we can get lucky and get him isolated. Those spearmen are going to come. Yep. Let's see. If we get a good charge, if we get lucky, maybe we can kill him. There's a lot of men still left. How are we doing? 11, down to 11. Okay, what do we have here? Woodman axes coming in? Yeah. We're caught on the Ravanian foresters, which again are a surprisingly solid unit. So this army's just gone. Yep, we don't have enough to deal with it. Okay. Where is everybody? Just route. Everybody just route.
Out of move, sir.
Yeah, so not a terribly surprising outcome, but disappointing nonetheless. We will have a bunch of guys back in the area very soon for revenge. Let's move over and see how that's going. So here we go. So everyone is back in Edoras is going to be retrained. And we'll queue up another Riders of the Mark. Okay, now, Warhorse Trainers. This is probably the building that we want. Just better experience for all of these, all of these great units. Another option for a specialization building is Gondorian Metalsmiths. You can only choose one of these, right? These are the specialization buildings that you can choose from. Metalsmiths are going to give armor to all units, but it seems fitting for Edoras to be Warhorse Trainers. So let's go ahead and spend a bunch of money on that. And we're going to just keep training units. We'll go with the same types everywhere. Actually, we'll go with horse archers for this settlement. And everywhere else, it's going to be mostly lancers. Okay. Now, the big Bjorning army went somewhere, and I'm not sure where it went. It could be following us in the woods, just stalking us secretly. They could have gotten ahead of us, but probably not. Interestingly, the fort was not retaken. So, now, one of the family members has survived, I'm noticing, and we are besieged by a tiny, tiny force. I'm not sure if it's worth it. Of course it is. 45 men. Hardly seems worth what this is going to do to the size of the video file to show, but let's go ahead and do it. All right, so this is going to be a very straightforward Cav versus Cav.
But are they in time to take part in the battle?
Very interesting, though. They're over there in this kind of defile, I guess you'd say. Is that the name for that geographical formation? Let's just speed things up. Got some reinforcements. Why not bring them down in? We're just going to get behind these guys and lance them to death is the idea. Okay, they're going to retreat. That's what's going to happen. Of course it is. All right, you back right off. Now we've got mid-deeping saved, but it is not necessarily going to be possible to hold. Let's go a little bit into the east and see what we're going to face. So, on the plus side, we've got our faithful ally, and they're doing the right thing now, which is going from Lithmore Chant. This is a province that borders us. So they're going over here, and that's going to open them up to, well, maybe to fight with Rune, maybe to head to Rovanost. I'd like to get Rovanost for myself, so we'll try to make that a priority. They could go down to take Kirith Gorgor. I'm completely ambivalent about that. But very soon we're going to have a bunch of units. So I think the thing to do here is wait. If they besiege mid-deeping, maybe they're going to take mid-deeping. Big deal. We'll get it back. What I want to do is try to take advantage of this opportunity here. Now, we do have one mercenary unit, and we do have a scout in the region. So let's send him through the trees here. Okay, we've got the heir in Langwyke. All right, some Cav, some basic Bjorning stuff here. Oh my gosh, here we go. 5 units of Bjorning Warhounds. Okay, so that's less good. But let's just go through the trees here and double check. Nothing is around. Okay. So, I'm going to get let's see. Let's go right here. Let's get our mercenaries. Let's attack. And they're going to stick around. So, again, we want them to, you know, stay in the field. We want to eliminate them, but that is probably going to be difficult with all of the trees that are no doubt going to be on the battlefield. Let's see what that looks like, though. Okay, not too bad. There's the city. There's the Anduin Valley over there. So the reinforcements from the settlement are coming from off to our right. You know, off to the north here. Very, very open, in fact. All right, I think I want the horse archers over here because we want them to be in a position to quickly get to the city. And we'll have the spear throwers there as well. The lancers right there with the bodyguard right behind. And our archers are in a weird formation. Well, I guess actually that kind of makes sense given that we've got some mercs. Okay, let's do that. We'll just see what's going to happen. There's those reinforcements. We are attacking, so what we want to do is, well, actually, this is going to be kind of a tough fight. We want to go ahead and move in. I don't want to just assume we're going to win this. I kind of feel like that's been getting me into trouble lately. Those Warhounds are going to be a problem. They've got some Cav, and they've got some Bjorning Axemen. Okay. Archers can pretty much shoot at anything, though, as far as I'm concerned, because all of these targets are viable targets. Let's get my horse archers in the woods, and maybe the AI will forget that they exist. Here, though, let's hit the Axemen, Bjorning Axemen, with all of our Lancer units. Take them out quickly. Looks to be a decent charge. Gonna pile on. They're losing heavily. Very good. It looks like this army is coming along. Let's take out the captain here. Okay, woodman axes are now riding. Great. Come on. Alright, now we gotta go deal with these guys. All of these units can skirmish. Okay, they're gonna charge in. That's gonna be bad. I think I want to bring these guys down to support. Maybe a little later than I should, because we're gonna get absolutely chewed up. Rohan spears do not stand up well in melee, and it looks like my levy guys are just charging in, all gung-ho-like, into the Bjorning line, which is a bold move. Okay, here's some woodman riders. Let's take out the Bjorning war dogs, take out the general. All right. That's good. And what's this army going to do? All right, they're coming on still, which I think is reasonable because, well, they've got to expect they can still win. There's like 1 million war dogs, although they are routing. So let's go ahead and take out those warhounds. Let's bring my men up the hill there. We're probably losing our horse archers. Okay, we're being chased by woodman riders. There's 20 of them. Let's... Jeez. Let's turn back and hit them. Because I don't want them to get away. Horse archers are actually shooting right now. Alright, what are you guys doing? Take out the woodman riders. Are we winning back there? Yes, we are. Very, very good. Of course, we lost a lot, too. All right, let's bring the horse archers back. We have almost won this fight, I would say. These Bjorning war dogs, the thing I'm wondering about is whether they're going to come back for the purposes of, you know, this settlement. Like, are they going to come back and garrison? Woodman bows. Let's take them out if we can. And the thing about the Bjornings, here's the other thing about the Bjornings. The Bjorning Guard are tall, and so therefore they are fast, and they can essentially run down your foot archers. It's kind of frightening. And I don't know that we're going to deal with those archer units as well as I want. Right, but we got to take him out. Down to 15 and wavering. I mean, the Bjorning Guard, we have taken him down to just 19 men, so we've whittled him down. And in fact, these guys are throwing spears, which is awesome. So they did some damage there. We're going to get a charge now, but it's a charge when... Oh my gosh. We did it! Enemy commander slain, that's both of them. Let's turn around. Archers can be a backstop for that charge. We did take out the woodman bows there. Now, where are the axemen that were chasing us? Okay, they're going back. Can't have that. Alright, this does not matter anymore. We need to get everybody back so we can chase down these units. There's 16 men. Okay, we can take them out with just this unit of archers, actually. Here we've got, okay, very basic stuff. This explains why we were not overwhelmed much sooner. So everyone can be melee now and just charge in. Okay, those are wooden spears, actually. Let's maybe shoot them. And we took out the axemen who are running away. We'll bring you guys back over. Okay, great. Great. Now, does this get us the city? That's the big question, because there's a lot of routing dogs. And I'm going to be a little annoyed if, like, 80 dogs made it back to the city and shut the gates behind them. Heroic victory. I'd say that was. Okay, so according to this, only 3 survivors left. Hopefully the campaign map is going to agree with that assessment. But ultimately, what we've done here, by taking Langwijk, assuming we do, is we've really reduced the frontage that we have to worry about. That means the Wold is secure, at least from the Bjornings, and so is Fairfeld. And if we can hold Mid-Deeping against Rovanian... Okay, fantastic. Beautiful. The population here is pathetic, though. The Bjornings have been training like mad. Okay. Now, we could lose this, of course, because there are a rather lot of... well, actually, the Bjornings only have 2 more settlements. 3. They do have Eastern Greenwood. They've got Western Greenwood, and they've got Old Ford. Okay, and they also have this. So 4, plus a fort, I would say. They've got the Gladden Heights, but this is not going to do really anything for them. So with all of that, they're going to be able to train some stuff, and their high-tier stuff is coming out of Old Ford and maybe 1 or 2 other settlements. But the nice thing is, the only way to get over here to Andlang, to the Gladden Vales, is by trespassing through Elven territory, which is very risky. We know the Bjornings did it once before, but hopefully they won't be able to do it again. The other way is to go all the way up to Old Ford and then down. So we really have to worry about the north now, and that's it. So I'm thinking, let's check out our news from last season. Yes, we got a heroic death in the Brownlands, and Fairfield is done for Homeland Dominion. So I'm tempted to start another one at Langwijk, but I think I'm going to have to hold off because we need to make sure public order is going to be good. In Vorn Holland, see, we're at 65. And that's going to even be better in one more season if we can hold on. Let's check out our settlement. We're 34 provinces controlled. Only 6 need to be taken for victory. Okay, and Arundel, unfortunately, is looking lovely. Like, what did we see? How many times did we see that rebel in the last couple of episodes? It feels like 4 or 5. And, of course, now the Reunited Kingdom has figured out exactly how to take care of that. So that'll be just fine. Okay, we've got some pirates in the region, no big deal. But down at Umbar City, yeah, we could just hold this out again. Okay, now that's a big army.
Your Honor, moving.
Okay, geez, I'm tempted to try this now. If we take out this army and Karis Nan, then of course we would get another settlement.
Yes, Master. Moving.
Okay, let's do it. I'd rather have Karis Nan than Umbar, in a sense. Although I'm not sure if I can actually attack this guy from here. Yeah, let's move up. No more movement points. Okay. So what could happen now... Oh, that stinks. Okay, we could get hit by this giant army in the next turn, and that would be a problem. We do not have a general here anymore. So, we can send one down, but I'm kind of thinking it's a little bit of a lost cause. I'd rather keep a general alive than send him down to, what seems to be sure death. We do have 3 mercenaries, though, but we couldn't fit them. So, could I do it? Yeah, let's do it. It's good to have a general. I'd rather not lose the whole army. Alright, so that's the plan there. We've basically saved Belligant, and now we're going to have to save Garth yet again. This army looks kind of decent. Okay, so what do I want to do here? Let's send out a family member. Part of the reason of getting Belligant taken care of was because we wanted to have the access to the city for units. This army does not have very good units, but the city can train some good ones, and so we can actually do some retraining here. So let's go ahead and train all of these, you know, kind of guys that we can. And everything else, you know, looks kind of fine. But now what we can do, bring you up here. In fact, let's just merge everyone. Okay, so now we've got you, and you, which can go back, and you, which... Okay, are just actually too big. There we go. We can fit 5 more. Let's make them 5 kind of tough units. 2, 3... Sure, let's do that. And let's get some of these infantry guys. And I'm actually thinking we might not make it. They may attack Garth before we can get in there. Well, if they do, we'll make them pay for it as much as we can, and then we'll just take it back. So that would be a bit of a setback, but we'll have to see. Now, down here we've got, I think, okay, 1 more turn and all the training will be good. Okay, Dorwinian's going to try it again. Rovanian's going to try it again. Everyone gets a turn at Belagant. And we are attacked indeed at Garth. So I think what I'm going to do, I think this will be a lost cause battle. So we're gonna choose this point to end the episode. And then when we come back, you will see that we no longer have Garth because they built rams like they were going out of style. So we'll have to come back from this. But we have made some quite good gains today. We've got up into the Anduin Vale. We do have a new enemy in Rovanian, but that's also a new opportunity. And we may be able to make something happen down in the Umbar region as well. We're very, very close, I think. And so I hope you'll join me for the next episode. Until then, take care.